Well, good morning. It is Christmas Eve here in Southern California, and I made some decisions this morning to go ahead and video something and try to get it set up this evening to post tomorrow to wish you a Merry Christmas. What I have is what's left of the haul of the day that I was going to do for Vlogmas and didn't. And then I have 2 mystery boxes, mystery shipments came in, and I want to get those open before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna sit here. I've got my hot cocoa. It's the first cup of hot cocoa I've made this year. It's a pretty big cup, isn't it? This is my favorite cup. It was a cheap Michael's cup that I bought years ago, and it holds just the right amount of cocoa and whipped cream on top. And I'm using a Sprouts dark chocolate organic hot cocoa that they had last year. And I got it 2 years ago, and I just bought 1 packet and loved it. And when I went back for more, they were sold out. So last year I bought 2 or 3 packets when I saw it, and I never did see it again this year. So it's good until May of 2021, so I should be okay. But I don't like watching people slurp things on camera, so I'm not going to drink it. It's way too hot anyway because I just made it. So I'm just going to go ahead and record this, and then I'll enjoy my cocoa. It should be just about right when I finish. So emptying the box, the haul box, I'm not a big fan of Brenda Gervais. I have a few of her charts. I think, wasn't Bobbing for Pumpkins one of hers? I think that's the only other one I have. But when someone did this one, I fell in love with it. So I ordered that quite a while ago. It'll go into the stash for someday. But I didn't want to take a chance that I wouldn't be able to find it when I got the time to do it. And then I should have unwrapped all these, sorry. This was Awakening is, I believe, was it's a Be Stitch Me fabric. I think this was a FN that I won. I was trying to get more greens into my collection, and I was really happy to get that one. And then this was the fabric of the month for October 2020, and it's called Escape. And I am just addicted to these. I don't know how I'm going to use them, but I've collected probably 10 or 12 of these kind of out there, I call them, kind of cosmic, serendipitous, I would assume, fabrics that come out of their dyeing that they do. Gavork at Fabric Flair has a lot of these, and I have his Hubble that he did, and I want just the right piece to do on that because it's so gorgeous. I'm happy with just to look at pull the fabric out every once in a while to look at it. That was the Clipper ship. This is stuff I finished. The last, I think that this was one I purchased because I loved these little snowmen. Not this month, but last month. And it kind of goes with the bag of the month for this month. And I'm not happy with the lighting here. Let me go back one. And then this I haven't opened. It's another Be Stitch Me. I don't know which one it was. Again, the master plan was that I would open a present to myself every day for Vlogmas, and it didn't happen. And so I'm here, and I don't think I have scissors to open this. So I'll use the utility knife this way. Scary, ain't it? Especially since here in Southern California, in my county, there are no hospital beds available. So they're saying, we want you to stay home, not only to not spread COVID, but to not hurt yourself. Because if you get injured, there's no place for you in the hospital. Too many COVID patients. And Also, I have to mention that I lost a relative, not a relative, what am I thinking, an acquaintance. The husband of one of my longtime teaching colleagues died day before yesterday of COVID. And it does kind of smack you. She had just retired, like, what's this, December? I think she retired midsummer before the school year started. She just decided she couldn't do a virtual classroom anymore, so I assume. So anyway, it brings it home and says, staying home. I'm staying home. I'm staying away from my family. I don't want to take a chance that I'm going to infect them. I'm more concerned about my little grandson, who turned a week old in May. This is going to be a lot tougher one than I thought. On Monday, he turned a week old. And he has a 2.5-year-old brother, and anyway, no good. So this one doesn't have a name. This is another purchase from Stitch Me. I think it must have been a Friday night fight night. Although I just order stuff when I see it and like it. I just put in an order, and when she gets around to it, she dyes up some more stuff when she has enough orders. This is a 16 count Aida, but there's no color name on it. And then this one I ordered at the same time. This is Pumpkin Patch. 16 count Aida. And what else is in here? This is Guardian. I may have already shown that one. I don't know. It's more yellow than it's showing there. And I don't use a lot of yellow. And that empties that box of the things that I've ordered that have been delivered. And now I get to get into the things that are mysteries to me. I got my Tokyo Kawaii Club bag from Michael Donahoe. And it's been sitting here waiting for me to open it. It was going to be a Christmas, I was going to do it Christmas morning, but today's kind of actually going to be the start of my Christmas, because in just a few hours, my family in Japan, my son and my daughter-in-law and their 2 sons, who are 9 and 5, will be waking up and starting Christmas morning. So my son has set up a cocoon for the family, and they're all he's just going to leave it running all day so that Grandma can pop in and see what's going on Christmas Day in Tokyo. Oh, check this out. This is cute. So let's see what kind of towel this is. This appears to be a bath towel. Who's Mickey? Yeah, these long towels like this are actually bath towels in Japan. So that one's really fun. And it has, this color is the color of my bathroom. This kind of peachy coral. Perfect. I don't know how you knew that. So there's that, and then here's the stuff in the bag. And what have we got going here? Oh, stand-up memos. Very cute. Look how cute those are. And they're Mickey and Friends themed. Mickey. Awesome. I like those. And what else is in here? Here is another Chippendale pen. Where's my board? That help? I guess that helps. Very cute. Nuts. You, bonkers, in the nuts in the tree. I don't know, I have to try to get that label off to see what it says, because I can't read it. And another, there's the chip. I think he already sent me the Dale. And I don't know if they're in kimono or yukata, or if this is still a, because I thought one of them was kind of dressed in carp. A carp looked like a carp costume somehow, and I thought it was a Boys' Day thing. Look at his tail, little chipmunk tail, and on the kimono, oh, it's a fan. This is a fan. I thought it was a label. I was trying to pull it off. Oops. And then it has acorns on the fabric. That's super cute. I'm going to assume this is Chip. I think if it was Celeste, it would have eyelashes. So he's being kind of winky, kind of flirty. There's a big thing down here, and I'm kind of leaving it to last. What do we have here? Well, this is a whole collection from the Disney Store Club. I don't know what that is. Of Chip and Dale keychains. Celeste, obviously. So there's chains down here, and you can tell they have little places to run them through their heads. Or you can just stand them up. There's a stand here, and you can just stand them on there if you don't want to use them that way. And that is what I will probably do, is just stand them up. It's playing, it's hard to focus. There we go. Very cute. And then the last thing in here is a 2020 Tokyo Disneyland something. What do we guess it is? This is a tin box. So it's probably sweets. I'm going to take the tape off. Tape, or is it going all the way? There's tape. All right. Or we can just slice it and deal with it later. How about that? It is sweets. Nice. I'm not as excited by the sweets as I am about the tin box, because this is going to be a really good size for my cross-stitch scissors and needles and highlighter. I think it's all going to fit in here. So that's fantastic. So that's a great bag. Thank you, Michael. It's wonderful as always. I have new neighbors next door. They have dogs. They have, according to the owner of the house, their lease was for 4 dogs. They have 2. But she runs as near as I can tell, there's a doggy daycare going on over there. So, anyway, the barking dog is, I believe, one of their 2, and at first they were only barking when I would go out into the side yard, which I do fairly often, because that's, not only do I have a garden over there, but that's where my big trash cans are. So when I need to take out the trash or take out the recycling, which is a couple of times a week, I have to take something out there, they run over there and bark at me. And then, how did we do this? And now it's to the point where just if they just hear me moving around in my kitchen, they stand there and bark at me. So I don't like that. This is my December mystery box from Karen's USA Adventures Primark pickup. and I have saved it for Christmas. I was going to open it Christmas morning. I don't have a personal Santa. I live here alone, and so I ordered the box, and the Tokyo Kawaii box comes every month, and so I just saved it for December to open on Christmas morning. And then this one from Karen, I also saved to open on Christmas morning, but then I have a very dear friend in Massachusetts who decided to spoil me this year, and she sent me 3 boxes of wrapped Christmas gifts. So she turned out to be my personal Santa this year, and bless her heart. And so I'll get to open those up tomorrow, and so I'm going to open these up now. So this is Karen's USA Adventures. If you are a subscriber, or excuse me, if you bought the December box and you haven't opened it yet, I'll count to 5 so you can leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a mystery, the December box. We hope this December box brings you lots of festive joy for the holiday season. Happy holidays, from Karen. So let's see what's in here. Ooh. There are some. So I'm not ever going to see these packing pellets again without remembering the little Christmas ad that's been popping up. Again, it's an older one, but it's been popping up on Facebook this year with the porcupine and how all of his friends cover all of his quills with these little pellets so that he can get a big hug. We have Cadbury Dairy Milk Little Robins. Aren't these cute? I love Cadbury. So I'll enjoy those later. And then, I don't know where to start, Karen. My goodness. Start here. We have, I think it might be kind of princessy, maybe? See it? No, look. It's up. South America. Greetings from Paradise Falls. Home is where the adventure is. Oh, my dear Karen, is that adorable? And it's got Russell. He's my favorite up character. Oh my. Thank you. That is wonderful. And I use these all the time. All the time. Never enough of these. Thank you, dear. That's wonderful. What else do we have in here? Let's see. A smartphone ring holder. It's the Mickey and Minnie. Mickey and Minnie? Yeah. Mickey and Minnie. And I think I'm going to offer this up as a re-gift. My phone has a Jared Maruyama case. I don't want to put anything on it to cover that up. So this will find a home, a happy home somewhere else, I'm sure. And we have Somewhere Under the Sea and Beyond Your Imagination is an Adventure in Fantasy. This is the Little Mermaid journal. How pretty that is. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Sebastian's juggling on the back. This is a beautiful journal. And I just finished redecorating my guest room in a mermaid and ocean theme. And I have a bunch of Little Mermaid stuff to go in there, if I can find it again. It's in a box. It's safely packed away in a box, because it took me a couple of years to get to this point. But I've been wanting this journal to leave. I have a desk that I'm chalk painting, and I'm going to put it in that room as a designated writing place. And I said, you know, I really need that Little Mermaid journal in there, and I think I'm going to use it as my gratitude journal. And just every day, 3 things I'm grateful for, something like that. I love it. Thank you. That's great. Great choices. What else is going on in here? I guess I just work from the top down. So the next thing is wrapped up nicely and safely. So cute. Wow, that's a sketchbook ornament. A Buzz Lightyear. But it is really heavy. Why is it so heavy? Oh, because it does something. Take that out. Turn it on.
Buzz Lightyear at your service. To infinity and beyond. It's a secret mission in uncharted space. Let's go!
How cute is that? So he's going to be on the tree near the bottom so that the grandkids can play with that if they ever come over. Wherever I can have my grandkids over to play with my Disney tree, they can make them talk. They'll really like that. Perfect. And I think this is the last thing in a special package. Very fancy padded envelope. Some of that. It's very secure. It's very safe. Oh my gosh, how did you do this? Did you personalize this, or is this what everybody got? Oh my goodness. It's Santa's Little Helpers. Chip and Dale. Oh my goodness. This has to be from France. The Disney Paris Disney? Or the Disney store in the UK has a lot of Disney Paris things. Oh, I'm so excited. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, thank you so much. This is it's a total, look at it, listen to me, I'm getting all choked up. What a great box. Yeah. And I'll share now that I like to drink milk. And I drink milk out of these tumblers. Yeah, they're kind of big, but because of my arthritis and my essential tremor, I don't trust myself with just a regular glass. So I like to use mugs because it gives me a handle. And then I like to use these tumblers like this. So I see Christmas Eve milk and cookies happening here. Or maybe Christmas Eve Little Robin candies and milk. What a fun. And I might have to use my towel as a tablecloth. Because I do all my eating in right now in my office, in my bedroom, where my computer is, excuse me, with Facebook company. I did make progress since my last posting a few days ago, but I didn't get all of any one thing done. It's still I still don't have a working space. I had an encounter with a hummingbird this morning. We're just really dry here in Southern California. Normally by now we've had a couple, 2 or 3 gentle rains, and we've had no rain at all fall or into the winter yet. I take that back. There was one storm that went through, dumped about 1/2 inch in, I figure maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just, and then it was gone. So my yard is very dry. My plants are very dry. I haven't been spending time out there. I can't get a sprinkler to work, an oscillating sprinkler. I keep buying them, and they look like they're working, and I'll say, okay, good, I'm going to leave that on for a while, and I'll go in the house and I'll come out, and when I come back, at some point they got stuck in the straight up position and nothing gets watered, and it's very frustrating. But it is what it is, as psychiatrists have been saying for years, so I'll just leave it at that. But I went out this morning to water all my potted plants, and then I'm going to run what water I can for the rest of the day and see if I can give everything a good soaking, because I don't want to lose. I've invested so much in this landscape and I don't want to lose it. So I was out in my side garden and I was watering the container plants that were there, and a hummingbird came up, and I think it was just attracted to the sprinkle that was coming out of the hose, and it kind of just hovered by the end of the nozzle for a while. It didn't actually get near it enough to drink anything, but it just was there looking at it. And then it got up about this far from my face, about 6 inches, about right here, and it just hovered there and stared at me for a good 5 seconds. And I figured he was nagging me to go fill the feeders. I just forget to do it. And there just are not flowers around here. They're not a lot of good nectar things for them. 97% of a hummingbird's diet is small insects, so they're not going to starve to death because they don't have my feeders fill, but I do like them to have that extra sugar in the wintertime. So I did get that set up, and I am going to go now, and I hope it's cool enough to fill the feeders, move the water, move the laundry, and get ready for a couple more hours for Japan to come online so that I can enjoy Christmas Eve, or for them, Christmas Day. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I think I'll see you before New Year to wish you a Happy New Year, but in case I don't, do have a good Christmas, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I wanted to take a brief look at this room in this light. This is the light where the carpet actually is the color that I picked out. It matches this wall pretty much. It's a hue off probably, or a value off. I don't know what, it's just slightly darker. But in the morning light, it is definitely matches its name. It's called Concord Green. In the evening, when it gets really dark in here, it goes more blue. And so, and it's been hard for me to capture that color on camera because my camera wants to make things its own way. And I don't know enough about manually adjusting color to fix that. It's Christmas Eve, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to turn the lights on, work through the cycle to get where I want to be, which is here, because I like color. It's been, it's just been an interesting Christmas. I spend a lot of time just standing in this room and enjoying the fact that it's finished. And even though I never got all the ornaments on the big tree, I never got any ornaments really on the little tree. It's a new tree. I should turn it on too, I guess. Maybe. There we go. So yeah, I've got lots of color going on around me. And I really didn't put up much in the way of decorations, just what was easy and what I said, no, I did all this work, I'm going to have this in here. This is one of my favorite decorations. There's a story behind it that I'm not going to bore you with, but at least I got it out of the box and got it in the room. This is the cabinet, and I'm in the process of putting the stuff back into it that I had to take out so that they could move it for the carpet. The entry needs, I still have cleaning to do in here. So here's today's thing. I at least want to get the entry perfect. So I have one more leftover piece of carpet to deal with. These are empty boxes here, and then I just have that little bit over there to kind of rehome. I'm not even sure what's in it. There's a little stool there. That's not a big deal. That's easy. It's just that little box has flotsam in it, and it needs to be rehomed. And then, let's see if I can get the, I love to do this with these remote candles because I get to pretend that I'm a wizard. So, Lumos, 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 Lumos. Here we go. My wizarding skills aren't very good. So yeah, this is part of my Santa collection. This is the part I get out every year. The rest of it is not necessarily, you know, it's packed away. I don't really have a place for it. And my wall hanging that hangs crooked. The dog ate part of it, and when I went to repair it, I didn't get it put together properly. And it appears that my hooks are also not level, although they were measured to be level. And now they're so tight I don't want to take them out. But I don't see things straight anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, happy Christmas Eve, and ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? That's a pretty gift. I didn't know that would happen.